I was waiting for the camera. Also, I was reading what Hyperbird said.
Oh.
He said that I see the...
Did you see the tweet?
No.
Did you see the tweet?
Did you tweet it at me? Because I definitely missed it.
Hello
It needs to be at me. I don't know what to look for.
Welcome to the Thursday Dev
Hello.
Stream. I'm White Sheepy. And this
I'm Dolce.
is Dolce. He almost forgot who he was.
No, I'm just reading chat. Yo, Pieface45 says, Brawlhalla, please shout me out. I beat White Sheepy. Yeah!
You did. You did a good job.
I don't know if the soundboard is on. I don't have headphones.
Did you not hear it?
I can't hear that.
Do you not hear it?
Nah.
Is it this button?
Maybe. Oh, I do hear
You
that.
hear it? You hear it?
I must have
now?
just
Yeah.
been talking over it because,
Yes.
like, apparently I speak like I'm a deaf person. I'm just like, keyboard
I'm
insane or
gonna
something.
be a meanie because I gotta kick. He hasn't literally picked anything, so I'm gonna kick you. I'm sorry, my dude. You can join. You can join next turn.
Oh, hang on. Is there a there's a
Is there a want? There
I
it
nailed
is.
it. Also, that wasn't nice of me. Oh, that's the one I wanted. This one. Why is the laughter next to the crickets? That's entrapment.
We're the same team. Come on.
Kachanko5 says, "Hey, Brawlhalla, when does the salute taunt come back?" We answered that earlier. Basically, those taunts, things like that, the cape, the quest for the call's hammer, those are all tied to those charity events. So pretty much when those happen is when we tend to roll those back out. Brawler N says, when are we getting a T-pose taunt? That's been another that's been another one that people keep asking for. I don't know. I have no idea. It'll be really funny for ours because it'd be funny because for our animation system, T-pose is 100% meaningless. Like, there is no such thing as a T-pose in our animation system. We would just be making an animation of an animation system that uses a T-pose. It would be very funny in that sense. Early development story. Here's an anecdote from early development days. Way back, when we transitioned from being this like sci-fi arena fighter to what Brawlhalla has become, Orion at the time was like our first character. We had transitioned into Brawlhalla. We were gonna lean more into the and coming up with a story about Odin and his tournament and the Valkyries searching for different Einherjar from the different realms and bringing them together and all that kind of good stuff. And Orion was one of the first characters we kind of put together. But at the time was a female Valkyrie by the name of Hildur. But then got reworked into a more genderless entity by the name of Volst.
Oh, I know!
Which for a day changed to a different character named Atlas, and then the following day became the Orion you all know and love and are curious as to what their gender is. The end!
That's a good story.
You know, it really was. I'm gonna tell it again. So once upon a time,
do it.
Gaming
Ready?
says,
Okay.
how did I start working at BMG? So I was BMG's first employee. This was years ago. I worked for a company called Applause. We were making this
Story time, by the way.
We were making an educational game hub that turned into this like faux MMO thing to teach financial literacy to children. And project wasn't working out like I wanted it to, and I had met Lincoln at a local thing called Siege. I'd won a global game jam competition, and we were showing off our game as students up there in like a random hotel room. And Lincoln had come by and he was checking it out, and I like knew he was with Blue Mammoth Games. They had, come from other larger AAA companies, and they wanted to kind of start doing their own thing. And him and Matt Woomer came together, and they started Blue Mammoth Games. And I had spoke with Matt a couple times on a few different panels here and there. So him and I were both kind of learning how to make games in Flash at the time, because that's what, both our companies at the time were targeting those softwares. And he was asking me if I had any friends who were level designers and stuff, and things weren't really working out at the company that I was at, so I went to their Dungeon Blitz beta, release or launch party, and I was like, hey man, I found somebody who's going to be a level designer for you guys. He's like, oh cool, who is it? Are they here? And I was like, it's me!
What a good presentation! It's me, y'all!
So, one thing kind of led to another, and I talked it over with him and Lincoln, and they were like, "Hey, you know, let's do this," because they were getting ready to staff up. Daryl derailed, by the alias derailed, and then Odling, Dave Montage, they were contractors at the time, and shortly thereafter they accepted jobs, and we were this like group of 5 people who moved into the basement of Matt Woomer's house, and we were like, okay, and
go.
Game design, go. And then and then eventually somehow we ended up here with like.
Yeah, now we have like
with stuff.
Almost 30, and we're not there yet, but y'all have definitely grown.
We are growing. We're
still growing.
It's gonna work the whole time.
Yeah.
So obviously.
Duh. Come on.
Sure that.
Yeah. Duh.
And back to Big Us.
And back to us.
You've done it. I'm so proud.
Okay, well that was our Thursday dev stream where we hang out and chat and answer questions. So thank you for hanging out with us. We got so much stuff coming up.
I know. I'm super excited.
Much. If you didn't hear Nick's recap, it literally is synthwave hype. Also, that literally just came out yesterday. We got Halloween coming out soon.
We did.
So stay tuned for that. The Tuesday dev stream will reveal that, and then we got November 6th where we launch on Switch and Xbox and Rayman, and then BCX.
That's
our
right.
World Championship is right after that. Oh, and I almost forgot we also had Autumn Championship. It's coming up too.
That's right.
We got so many things coming up.
I missed that one.